Man, that song was dope as shit. We'll do that later. Man, my goddamn stream deck was making backups like every day I damn hopped on there. And what that meant was every time I damn try and do something, like whenever I start the stream and like connect my damn stream deck, it make a fucking backup. You think that wouldn't be so bad, but the backups turned out to be goddamn 25 gigs of goddamn backup, and I'm like, nah, hold the fuck up. So I got that problem solved, even though it's trying again right now. Nah, we're not doing that, man. And I think it was something that just got automatic. I won't say automatically, but yeah, automatically turned on. And I'm just like, nah, we ain't doing that shit. We're gonna get this shit started. Been wanting to play anyway. God damn it. What the hell are you doing? Now I was trying to use my other monitor as the main monitor. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, I want to get this shit fixed. What the hell is this shit doing?
Really back, selector. Give it back to the people, them.
There we go. God damn. I think we're good. Goes that.
Shield is down, and the gate is taking heavy damage. Slayer, there's a turret in the courtyard you can use to hold them off. inside the castle. We almost have everyone out.
That's where I came in from. Where did I see that?
Vera, they're coming for the heart. I'll draw them away from the lifeboats.
Father, don't go alone. Commander, he signed off.
Boy, they tore this place up. Pretty much had to be grouped together. Gotcha. this point, they're just giving these. Point of no return. Man, got a lot of these sons of bitch. God, what the hell? I mean, since I'm taking pointless damage anyway. That was not too bad of a fight. Oh, we back in here. I didn't recognize that shit. We got a key over there. 9 signature. Hold on. Oh, they ain't got enemy count here. I don't get it until the end. How do I get this shit? I see you. I'm about to break down and get a goddamn mic arm, man. you knee flying fuck? I guess we'll go through here. Y'all wanted me to go this way, actually. Good. Few more secrets to find. And no return.
The final transports are ready to launch.
Ah, shit. Ooh. Fucking Codex down there. God damn. Looked at the time, I was like, yeah, I better. Okay. It's essentially Doom Eternal with a parry system. I'm not complaining about that at all because the value added stuff like you get to control a turret, you get to be Mecha Doom guy, you get to fly a pinky dragon. I mean, it's essentially a pinky with wings. So yeah, so far it's actually been pretty fun. I'm not doing a nightmare run yet, but I'm actually compelled to. Like, he feels good to control. He feels like a tank. Like, there's very few games that actually convey the feeling that you're controlling an oversized goddamn tank. Bolt Gun has done it. Space Marine 2 has done it. And those are the ones I played on stream like within the past like year or so. I'm actually enjoying the piss out of it. Okay, I'll be honest, there's no multiplayer as far as I can see. The main selling point of the game, it's essentially medieval Doom Eternal. If you enjoyed the single player experience of the previous two games, I will tell you to pick it up. If you're a fan of FPS, I'll tell you to pick it up. Okay, and to that sentiment, much as I did get aggravated at the game wanting you to use all your tools, it will be very apparent in the last few chapters of the game, mainly the boss fights. It's still not a bad experience, but I do feel like you do get punished for you not using all of your tools. This game does not have that problem, but I will say you need to control the arena as quickly as possible, especially on higher difficulties, because if not, you will get punished for it. Shit, I'll tell you, damn, Doom Eternal's multiplayer is garbage. I mean, yeah, the concept seems cool and all, but everybody was expecting 2016's multiplayer. Anything back here? No, there was a stupid fight above there. Yeah, some people are vehemently against buying that game for that reason. And to be honest, I do not blame people for doing that.
Structural damage detected.
Oh, we all know that. I was in someone's stream last night talking about it. Is that like a whole secret section or what? Oh no, we gotta knock down there. What the hell? Okay, the other one of the major complaints too is if you ain't got the PC for it, I highly recommend you get it on console. And that actually ties into another complaint. There's really no physical media for the game outside of the case. Apparently, if you buy the disc edition of the game, you know, PS5, Series S, Max, whichever has the physical edition available, pop the disc in, you download the rest of the game. That might not seem like too big of a deal, but, you know, for collectors and people who actually want to, you know, invest in their games, that's kind of a raw deal in my opinion. Okay, to be fair with that too, I do believe they're still doing physical PC releases in EU, which I find actually very interesting, to be honest with you. I would say odd, but no, I think that's actually quite fair. Hold up, what the hell? Alright, there we go. Yeah, ASAP. Why not? By the way, glory kills are gone in the game too. It's replaced by the parry and the melee system, which I'm not complaining about it at all. Do I want to go back down there for that? I mean, I can, but...
It's Adric. Slayer, you have to help him.
I wasn't complaining too much about that in Doom Eternal because you actually had a modifier to speed them up, so I can't really complain.
The last platform has been evacuated.
Let's see, what's this one? Yo, let's go. Those. Okay.
Top flight security of the world, Craig.
What's up, Skorga? I'll be back on Expedition 33 after this. Go. You done?
Tricks, old king.
You greatly appreciate it, by the way. I want to see how they're going to tie this into Quake, because apparently they're supposed to use it as a tie-in between the Doom universe and the Quake universe. Said, now, where were we? Getting robbed. Girl, you ugly.
Tell me where it is.
I know you fucking lying. You're not wrong. the chapter before this was probably the largest one I'd done so far. It took me an hour and a half to get through it, but I was also secret hunting. No, you're thinking of the DLC
if the
for Doom
tether is
Eternal.
removed, the Makers, their directive was clear. What would you have us do? Nothing. It can't be removed. We scanned it. It's wired to a detonator. That demon, he's after something. You saw that.
Alright, Squirk, I'll catch you later.
Call it the Heart of Argent. Anyone who wields it, they'd have the power of a god.
Thanks for stopping by.
Stronger than maybe even you. But the heart is incomplete. It's made up of 2 parts. The other half is a
That's what
power
I'm trying to
source,
figure
and
out.
they don't know where it is. Valen's search party is still active. If he ever gets control of it, that much power in Hell's hands, none of us would survive. Unlock the Ancestral Forge.
What?
I ask only to be heard. Contact the Ministry. You are stranded in this realm. There is no one left to trust. That is why you allow me to speak. Help us.
Commander, he's on site. Good. Get a team ready to sweep the forest when we're done. I'm meeting him at the forge.
Why, hello there, BFG. And you practically got everything else. I would say, given the lore of Doom Eternal, you're probably not wrong.
My people guarded this forest for generations.
I wanted you to come in. Oh, give me that. Find that early. If I recall correctly, I think that happened in Doom 64. I do believe that game is canon to the series.
You'll need a key to continue through that gate. That's it. The gate will open now.
Hold on, blue assholes out. are you? I feel like I should play this on hard mode. Well, I'm saying nightmare, but I'll wait till next playthrough. Secrets we got. Oven? Christ. They're all gonna
We lost hundreds when they took control of the mine.
So, got some wood right here. So that's progression. Oh shit. Down here. Pretty robust secret. Ooh, we ain't doing all that. I see you up there. Hold on, hold on. Okay, we already got that back there. We're good. This is our point of no return.
The mine shut down after the attack, but the forge still has power.
So we got a secret down here.
The demons are drawn to it.
There's that shit. What we got here? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Here, the Slayer has reached the cliffside barracks.
I think you out.
Bring it back, selector. Give it back to the people them.
tower can clear a path.
Where's that pathway at? I came in from that way. I walked around and I shot something. Close. We got that. Now, how in the fuck? And there goes that segment. What do Whoa, 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 whoa. It's here. How many goddamn secrets are up there? Hold up. And something else is coming. God damn it. is all this shit localized in one goddamn spot? I'm a bit mind blown. I forgot I gotta disable this shit too. Yeah, I was actually debating about getting a goddamn like a boom arm or whatever the hell else. Fucking foldable shits. I'll use the bathroom, give me a minute. Yeah, the problem is that I don't have a really stable spot for it because my setup's on goddamn poker tables, dude. I mean, while they might be grounded or whatever the hell else, like it just doesn't feel stable. That, and I'm probably not having to get another goddamn. I have a 4-monitor setup. They're all cheap monitors. Well, at least some of them I got on deals. Like other ones or whatever, they're actually cheap. And now I'm having to get another monitor stand. Yeah, due to my living situation, I kind of know I had to buy furniture and have to haul it somewhere else. When I get a new spot, whatever, I'm just gonna go to like Restore, Goodwill, Salvation Army. I don't care, as long as the shit doesn't have bed bugs, you know, and it can actually hold shit. I'll be happy. I ain't got no problem balling on a goddamn budget. Actually been meaning to go to Restore here, but I always way too damn late. Hold up, I see you. I see deals on them all the time. I can get like an L-shaped desk or whatever for like 50, 70 bucks. I feel like I'm missing something. was already there.
This site is ancient. These mines were built to harvest the raw materials of the ancestral beast. The forge is inside. That lift will take you down. We're not far now.
What the hell is this? Rusted gas goddamn grenade launcher?
We can enhance your weapons inside the forge.
Damn it. The point of no return.
Picking up high levels of demonic presence near the forge.
Warning. Agadon hunter identified.
It was kind of a fun fight. I know I missed some shit. I don't know if I should commit to the bed or not, because I actually have to go to bed in the next hour or so. Because actually, those other last two levels I've done, they were actually pretty goddamn quick. Okay, to that debate, I will agree. I will both agree and disagree with you on that sentiment. I will agree with you because Doom was originally it was originally a horror corridor shooter. I got in this argument with one of my friends and I actually agree with him on this. But I also do agree with the fact that the series formula is supposed to evolve. And now I know that I know there'll be some people who disagree with me with this or whatever, but I do enjoy the fact that Doom has evolved into an arena shooter. But you could argue that it lost a bit of its roots outside of the iconic weapons and the main character. It evolved from Doom Guy to Doom Slayer. Do I like the direction it's going? I will actually say yes. And I think the true pinnacle of the series will be I have to disagree with you on that, mainly because of the fact that it's their take. Oh, excuse me, it's its take on the medieval formula. Oh, excuse me, not medieval, on the parry formula. I like their take on it because of the fact that if they were to go the route of a third-person shooter, it would probably be just like it would be a Doom-flavored third-person shooter melee combat game. That's why I can actually appreciate this game for what it is. It's actually its take on a popular formula. A lot of people were pretty put off about the defensive type gameplay, and they would have said Souls-like gameplay in a first-person shooter. That would immediately sold a lot more people, in my opinion. Mainly because of the block and parry. Turn this down. If I were to, do I like the direction it's going? Yes. Not just the game, but the series as a whole. Would I want them to go back to their roots? Absolutely. I know there's other games out there that are actually trying to stick to the corridor roots or whatever. But I will say Doom as a series does need to evolve. So I would be happy with another company possibly putting out their own take on a horror corridor shooter. I would like to see that. And, you know, you got stuff like Resident Evil and Dead Space to fill up that realm. And, you know, other games in their respective genres and whatnot. But, you know, people who are true fans of the series, or who actually, I can't say just true, but also longtime fans of the series, I think they can ultimately appreciate this game. Now, the politics behind it, that's a whole different story. And what I mean by that is the Mick Gordon fiasco, I guess you can say, buying the CD to download the rest of the game onto your damn console, that bullshit, de nouveau, yeah, I can agree that would put people off. And I can respect that. But the game itself, I respect it for what it is, and I'm actually enjoying what the hell it does. And I'm not going to fault people for liking and wanting more of the same. By all means, you know, you got the old games, you got people putting out their takes of the genre out there. you know, trying to push the envelope in that direction. That's perfectly fine. I'll accept Doom as like it's setting a bar for, you know, from what it's coming, where it's going. If you're a fan of the series or the genre, I'd say it's absolutely worth your money. If you're curious about it, Game Pass. I myself am not a fan of Game Pass or whatever the hell else. While it does serve its purpose as like the Netflix of gaming, I like to be able to own my stuff even if it's digital. Yeah, that'd be the best route to go. Well, 15, $20 for Ultimate. Play it on PC, pop it on the Steam Deck or whatever the hell else, go from there. I think it's actually optimized for Steam Deck as well, I do believe. Now, as far as this, like the next game I end up playing, there's a couple indie releases I'm waiting on. I actually dropped coin on Clair Obscur because it's been a while since I played an RPG and I don't regret my purchase. As a matter of fact, I got the deluxe version of the game for the base cost of the damned regular version of it. And it's actually been a fun experience for me playing that too. As soon as I get done with this, I'm going to head back to that. And then I might try for a Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare playthrough. God, that's going to be so rough. One of the Doom streamers I watch, he actually beat the Ultra Nightmare first try. And part of the stuff I talked about, you know, being able to own like the game or whatever, I'm gonna be an advocate for that. Like if you actually like the game, you like the stuff that you consume, whatever, buy a release, buy the CD, buy that artwork, buy the album, buy the game, get a hard copy if you can, man. I'll be honest, I'm not so much a fan of those of the series or whatever. I'm actually enjoying watching other people play it, but like for me, if I think of like Bethesda games or whatever, it's always going to be Fallout 3 for me. That's the one game that hooked me more than anything. And I really tried to give New Vegas a shot, but that intro is just feels like a slog. And frankly, I will give credit for Todd Howard being such a charismatic bastard. But for fuck's sake, put out new shit. We don't need Oblivion and Skyrim every goddamn generation. And as far as the money goes in that company or whatever, pay y'all motherfuckers, man. Like kudos to the dude who did the soundtrack for Dark Ages or whatever. But you're not gonna, unless you get somebody who genuinely loves the game and the series or whatever the hell else, you are not going to get another BFG division for a while. And the other reason why I'm saying that stuff about like Fallout, Oblivion, and Skyrim and all that stuff, because Bethesda is falling into the trap that essentially bit Ubisoft in the ass in the long run, which is making their games too goddamn formulaic. Like for me, the pinnacle of the Ubisoft games for me will always be Far Cry 3. Yeah, they edited some stuff out of that. Some stuff got patched up actually fairly recently on that. And I'm not too enthused about that, but it is what it is. I figure the older versions of the games might be out somewhere. But once you started seeing that shit in Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, some of the Tom Clancy's games or whatever. Oh, I will attest to the fact Blood Dragon is just dumb fun. It took everything that made the Far Cry series at that point, which includes 1, 2, and 3. Dumb fun, and just tossed it all in one game with the 80s flair on it. I played through that and I had a blast. When it got to the point where you started slaying the damned blood dragons or whatever, like it ain't shit, that's when the game really became fun for me. Plus, I love the aesthetic as well. For the story alone, I'd tell you to finish it because the end game sequence or whatever is actually fun as hell. I ain't gonna spoil it, but it just the obnoxiousness of that game, and I mean that in a good way, gets cranked up to 11 towards the end. It's really worth a playthrough, at least if you love playing FPS games. It's getting about that time. Okay, tomorrow there might be a stream. I don't know yet. Because I plan on working half a day tomorrow, but I'm mainly going to use tomorrow to get my shit ready for my damn passport. Because I wanted one for a long time anyway, and I'm starting to get hooked up with a lot of Canucks. There's some cool ass people. I got told about the food. People seem alright, and it's like at some point in time, I'll probably take my dumb ass up to Canada or some shit. I might make a stream out of it, depending on if I get my damn shit set up proper. I'm gonna get everything shipped out Monday, and then I just have to fucking wait. Other than that, like it's gonna be Dark Ages until I get done with it. I mean, why not? So as far as I'm concerned, probably no stream Sunday because I'm gonna try and play catch up with money on that time period. Possible stream tomorrow. After that, it'll be same schedule Monday. I gotta fucking make. Oh shit! I ain't run goddamn Tickfinity, motherfucker. Actually, I have to set that up before I go to bed. I'll try and have a schedule up at some point between one of my damn socials or whatever. Cause I actually don't mind damn. I'm getting accustomed to streaming at certain times or whatever. My living situation gets better. I can probably stream earlier in the damn day. The night's one of the easiest times for me to damn stream. I might have to cut back there, but I also got to damn plan other stuff. I've been talking about it and actually want to do it, so I just need to get off my ass and make it happen. Holy hell, my legs are dry as hell. Yeah, I gotta get back on that tip too. I actually set up some damn camera shit just for to be able to showcase a bunch of other stuff. But now I'm half interested. I'm back interested in DJing again. Because I was reading some damn dumb shit that happened to a DJ. I want to say up in New York. I'm not gonna name drop the club or whatever, but essentially, I'm gonna say it like this, dude. And for anybody who's listening, if you're creative and you know you can bring value to the fucking table, which means you can stand behind your work and all that stuff, get paid what the fuck you're owed. Don't do nothing extra unless it's in the contract and you're getting paid for that or you compensated, if you will. And don't lowball yourself, because if you lowball yourself and you allow people to get away with it, it sets the standard for dickheads to start trying to get away with bullshit on other people. Don't do it. Do not do it. If you're creative and you know you do work, and I'm saying this as a creative my damn self. See your stream layout and the little bits of music I have. Do not lowball yourself. And but that being said, too, don't overestimate yourself either. It's like this: if you tell somebody you can damn do $2,000-$3,000 worth of work, you better give them $2,000-$3,000 worth of work. You might say you might be worth $1 million or whatever the hell else, and you better be able to give $1 million worth of goddamn results. But if you let motherfuckers keep lowballing you and shit, and you let them get away with that, it'll not just set a precedent for yourself, but for any other person that who works in the industry, it'll set a precedent to work against y'all, us in the long run, or any creator for that matter. Long story short, said DJ was they got invited to spin whatever. They came up with a contract, and they're I guess you can say the promoter, or was it the club itself? They're like, nah, we don't do that unless you bring in X amount of ticket sales. None of that stuff was negotiated, because if it's expected of you to sell tickets or whatever, then as a DJ, you're expected to, you deserve a cut of the ticket sales or whatever. They're coming to see you and at the club, whatever the hell else, you get a portion of that money. But when they're going to deny you the right to play or whatever because of the fact that you got to do the promoter's job of getting people to come see you, that ain't it, Chief. The promoter is supposed to be able to do that shit. And if you got resources to promote your shit, whatever the hell else, and you ain't getting paid fairly for that, no. The spot invites you. It's on the spot to damn make sure to get people to come out and watch you spin. It's in the same realm of music or whatever the hell else. But I gotta get off of here. Because apparently I do some damn back end work for one. What the fuck was I just going on about with that shit? I literally just said it and I forgot. God damn it. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. Yeah, I'll do that once I get done. Because I gotta make sure that program runs whenever I damn boot everything up. Again, tomorrow. Possible stream, no guarantees. I will try and make something happen. So if I can make my quota early, I'll be back and probably try to stream for a little bit before I got proclivities to go see about. Sunday, day off. I'll be back Monday. So let me play all out. Alright, y'all. Thanks to anybody who stopped by, watch, follow, like, all that fun stuff. Again, possible stream tomorrow, so I was going to be more Doom until I get done with the damn game. If not, I'll see y'all.